Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm the Tropical Gamer, and welcome back to Vampyr. Still getting my ass kicked. God damn. I mean, most games, when I start at the hardest difficulty, I think at least at this point I get a little better. I mean, with Prey, I know I got somewhat better, but this, holy shit, I'm just getting my ass kicked left and right. Damn. Anyway, back to our little villain discussion, our horror movie villain discussion. I mean, I think it's been keeping me greatly motivated, keeping me nice and distracted. First 4 episodes, like, of Vampyr, I've had a very hard time on talking because I've said it before, I'm kind of spent, like, I'm kind of just done with the whole recording thing because I've gone through, like, a shit ton of videos and, you know, you feel it sometimes. So let's get back to the whole discussion like I was talking about. Who should we discuss about next? Well, I'm biting people. What bite? A lot of things bite. Dracula? I mean, we're playing a vampire game. We might as well talk about Dracula. I mean, it's a kind of a classic, but hey, you can't beat the classics. There's also like a shit ton of versions of him. Be hard to choose one. Okay, let's just say in general. Fuck, I don't know, does that work? I guess it's just gonna have to work. Okay, so I don't think I survived. Like, I know, like, some people might think, oh, you say Dracula and probably think about the old school movies. I mean, any variation I think would kill me, honestly. I mean, think about what a vampire has. They have mind control. They could fly. I mean, they do have a lot of weaknesses, but we would be caught unprepared, meaning we won't have any defenses against said vampires. The only thing that I could think of that we probably save our asses if we drag it out until, you know, morning. But I don't think Dracula is gonna let us have the opportunity. You know? So, rating-wise, I don't think I'd survive. I'd probably be like, 2 out of 10? 2 out of 10? I mean, then again, you could always have the option to turn us into, like, a servant. That's not really surviving, is it? Like, what if we were a human servant, then? If we were a human servant and we survive, I mean, yeah, technically. I mean, I want to be happy about the situation, but if I'm still alive, then I guess it counts as surviving. But are we under some sort of mind control, or is it on our own free will? Like, hey, we struck a deal, like, I'll be your servant as long as you don't kill me. Is it going to be that kind of deal? Because if that's the case, then it could go from being a 2 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 as long as we're being kept alive, you know? Like, it's either death or servitude, your choice. I'll be all like, okay, what do you want me to do? Get a nice pint of blood or something? Keep the sun out of your room? I can do all that. Probably go something like that. So it's kind of a split at the moment. Say he don't want a servant, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I just feel like the mind control would fuck us over. Not the mind control. Fuck you. Vampires are known to have super strength and speed, and, you know, there's a whole bat thing, so I say 2 out of 10. Yeah. What's another movie that we could go with? Another movie, that one fucker from Human Centipede, the Doctor. See, this is why I put up the rule that we have no knowledge of the horror movie villains. Because if we went to see that doctor, and he offered us a drink, or a place to stay, I think because we know what he is going to do, everybody in the right mind will fuck right off. And we avoid the whole situation, which does not give us a good discussion. And like with many other things, the element of surprise is a real bitch here. I could see myself getting tricked And I mean, technically still alive, but to be put through a human centipede, like, just kill me. Fuck. I mean, if I could get removed, try it, but, you know, just, if it's not happening, if that's my life, just, you know, mercy kill me, please. Get me out of this hell. I remember me and my friend, when we were watching it, he told me, like, we were discussing how to survive, funny enough. And he said, you know, if you're ever in a situation and you don't trust a drink, there is a trick to make it look like you're drinking something. Just hold it to your mouth, don't, like, you know, drink it. And I was like, oh, well, that's good to know. I mean, the doctor was giving bad vibes. I think if somebody gives you bad vibes, you know not to trust the fucker. So maybe that would be, you know, our saving grace. Like, hey, this guy's kind of fucking weird. Let's, you know, leave ASAP. I mean, that could be our saving grace. But, okay, say that we get caught. But it's before, like, the whole operation thing. It's just a normal dude. Granted, we'll probably be, like, stuck in a cage or some shit. Like, he's probably gonna beat the fuck out of us, or he's probably he definitely has drugged us. I don't know the effects of the drug. We're probably gonna be, like, lethargic. Gonna probably be tired. Like, we won't be able to move as normal. But say that we're able to not resist, but able to have some control. I mean, what does he stick them in? Like, cages? Like, dog cages? Or, like, what does he do? I don't remember. If we could break out of the cage and we could fight him, he's just some old dude. I feel confident in taking him in a fight. A lot of these just come down to if I could beat the fucker physically or if I can't, which, you know, if you could run and you run, but if you gotta fight, you gotta fight. And besides, these guys, they're trying to kill you. So it's like, why be nice? Fuck it. Don't be nice. Be a dick. Beat them up. I mean, I'm not saying kill them in return, but don't let them try to kill you. Just kick their ass and run away. Fuck it. Knock them out. Do something. Anyway, case in point, I think the doctor's like, look, I feel like I'd survive regardless, but I really would hate it if I got the bad option. But 10 out of 10, I really don't want the bad option. So I'm hoping that I can escape the fucker, or at least kick his ass before he does anything to me. So, creepy doctor, 10 out of 10. Would not die. Would most likely survive. Who else? Does the Predator count as a horror villain? I mean, I know we have Alien vs. Predator, and, you know, the Xenomorphs, they are, god damn you, they are considered a horror villain. Like, that's just my thing. Would you say yes? Would I say yes? Okay, you know what? They're monsters. I'd say give it a yes. Like, I think the movies would be more actiony than horror, but they are frightening. You have to agree on that. They are pretty frightening. So let's say that the Predators do count as horror movie villains. 1. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's a 1. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to... Okay, I know I said first encounter we're gonna survive, but we're not gonna get enough information to figure out how these fuckers work. Can't they turn invisible? Don't they have deadly-ass weapons? I mean, we're disadvantaged in physical fighting, running away, and plus, I know I've said, like, every fucker has an element of surprise. These guys got the super element of surprise by being able to turn invisible. The only thing that I think might let us live is, if I recall, these guys are more of the warrior kind of fighters. Like, if you're not a threat, I don't think they fight you. Now, the tone of my voice might indicate that I'm not entirely sure, and that is 100% fact. I don't know if that's a thing or if it's just something that I thought of randomly. But it just, you know, from the movie when the Alien vs. Predator, when the person fought alongside with the Predator to fight the Xenomorph, and they survived. He gave her a mark, and people like I think they were cool with her because she showed that she was like a combatant wise, like equal or some shit like that. So I'm thinking that if either A, they don't see you as a threat, they're not gonna give a fuck, or if B, if you survive long enough to either A, show that you're combat ready, that you're on the same ground at them, that they'll give you respect, or defeat them. I think we're gonna be left alone, or killed off. Fuck, I don't know. Like shit. Nah, I'm not too sure on this one. So let's just leave it at 1 out of 10. Because look, if we were to try to earn the respect to be having to fight a fucking xenomorph, you can probably guess who's gonna be discussed next. So I'd say 1 out of 10. Like if that's not the case, they're probably just gonna pick us off when we least expect it. Especially, like I said, since they can turn invisible, that's not making me feel any more confident. So next up, the xenomorph. I want to say 1 out of 10. Realistically, I want to say 1 out of 10 because I feel like it's kind of a big bitch to fight. But at the same time, I feel a little optimistic. I feel like we can have a chance at winning. Not a big chance at winning, but just like a small chance at winning. I wouldn't say it'd be good enough to say a 50-50. We would need to be prepped for that. But I am saying that I think we could. Well, like I say, we are given at least one encounter to witness a villain. Again, not all encounters would be an indicator if they're trying to kill us or not, but with this one, I would say that, yeah, we can figure out that this fucker's trying to kill us. I don't know how much information we'll be able to get from one encounter. Maybe we could figure out that it's blind and it's relying on like movement or sound or some shit. That's the case, right? Like, it's been a long time since I seen that movie, and I have played the game slightly, so I have other information on surviving it. But then again, like with the whole movie thing, like the game, we're not gonna include really because that's outside information too. But I'm saying from experience, I know that it's at least somewhat blind. I don't know if we'll be able to pick that up on like witnessing it like once. You get what I mean? Then again, in the game, I think even if you like, I don't think it's entirely blind, because if it sees you, it fucking sees you. Does it feel the vibrations? Like, I don't recall. I'm sorry. I mean, it could be just a game thing too. But anyway, fighting this thing. Look, we're gonna need a whole lot of firepower. A whole lot of firepower. I don't have a whole lot of firepower. If you have a whole lot of firepower, good for you. You probably have like a good notch of survival, at least above my ass. So, where would I rate this? Where would I rate this? Give me a 3. Give me a 3. I feel like I feel 3 feels kind of right. 3 feels kind of right. 4, I feel 4 is more like maybe if you got very lucky and some other people, dropped nice shit around you. But with 3, I feel like yeah, it's a little above 2, but 2 is more like I have like at least 20%. I feel like 30% chance of surviving. I feel like that's more appropriate. I don't know why. Alright, next up, well, there's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Money, which, I'll be honest, I think I stated this before, I did not have a high opinion of the movie, but I've seen it. It wasn't, well, it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It was like a cheesy slasher film, so I never thought I would say, how would I rate my survival chance against Winnie the fucking Pooh? And again, I know we can't use information from either the cartoon or the movie, but noticing how he fights in the movie feels like just some random slasher. Like in the movie, normal shit hurts him. He's just got high resistance to pain, high endurance, whatever, high defense, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I think we could kill him. The problem is, he's also a fucking tank. Meaning, we can hit him a few times, he's not gonna go down easily. But if he hits us, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. Mind you, he's a bear. He's got claws. I'd say something about the teeth, but I don't want to think about the fucker's face, okay? The face was disturbing. And then we have to remember we're not just dealing with Winnie the fucking Pooh, we're gonna be dealing with his dear friend Piglet too. Again, they kind of have the whole thing that they feel pain. That's what I'm going with. Like they're not tanky like some other tanks. Like they will react to pain from what I've noticed. So we might have a shot at this. Again, we're not prepared, so we're gonna have to either A, fuck you. We're gonna either A, excuse me for a minute, go fuck yourself. Okay, that's all. I just wanted to tell that fucker to go fuck himself. So either A, we find a weapon. Which, how, I mean, anything could be a weapon, but we want something that would actually hurt them. Or B, we steal their shit and use it against them, but we would need to know where their shit is, and if we know where they live, chances are they already have our asses and are gonna kill us soon. So, I think I try to go with A. Go with A, like, find a weapon. But what would be a good weapon? Like, you don't want a melee weapon, especially if you're dealing with tanky villains. Like, they're just gonna take the hit and then hit you back with just as much as four. You know, like, it's gonna hurt. So you're gonna need something more ranged. However, you know what? When I was watching this movie, I applauded the one girl who brought a fucking gun. She had heat. She was packing motherfucking heat. I gave her some praise. Like, usually in these slasher movies, nobody has heat. This one lady, she was packing. Somehow, that shit fucking went out the window. I remember, spoiler alert, sorry, I know I shouldn't be spoiling movies, but I don't think anybody gives a shit. So, there was this one lady that got the gun, and when she had the opportunity to shoot said fuckers, instead of shooting them, you know, like anybody should in this situation, she gave a fucking warning shot. You know what happened? That was the only bullet in the chamber. And she fucking died. I mean, it's not her fault, it wasn't her gun, but the point is, she did wasted, like, one shot. Look, lady, they're trying to kill you. There's no need for a fucking warning shot. I don't think that they deserve a warning shot, okay? They are going to fucking kill you. Take the shot, run away. I mean, then again, I think she was only facing one of them, so taking out one would have been beneficial. That's one less fucker that we had to deal with. Other than that, I don't think there were any other ranged weapons, and even then, so, even if we did have weapons, I don't think we'd be bringing them with us, and, you know, we're not gonna know that motherfucking hillbilly-looking Winnie the Pooh's gonna try to chop us up, and alongside him, his abomination of a friend-looking Piglet. So, that's also out the fucking window. Rating-wise, I'm not gonna say that this be an easy fucking fight, or, you know, a chance to escape and survive. So, if I were to give this a rating, I'd say maybe 6 out of 10. Like, you know, I feel like we have a better shot at fighting these guys So it's a little above 50, but like we still have the risk of getting killed. It's not for sure thing, you know? So I say 6 out of 10. That sounds good. So, let's see. You know what? To talk about the movie, I was highly disappointed that we did not see Owl or Rabbit in said movie, even though they said that they were, a part of the characters. It's like, where are the other two? If Owl and Rabbit were in this group, that might be like we would have a threat that comes from above the sky, and we would have a threat that could, bury, dig underground. Like that would be even more hard for us to survive. So it's like, fuck. God damn it, this guy's just kicking my ass. Fuck off. So, anyway, yeah, it's just 6 out of 10. If Rabbit and Owl, if they were there, it'd probably drop to like maybe 4 out of 10. But since they're not, 6 out of 10 feels pretty appropriate. Alright, who should be next? Annabelle, from the Conjuring movie and its own movie, Annabelle. So we encounter this fucking possessed doll. We know it's possessed, or do we just know that it's being haunted by a spirit? I think you all know my opinion about haunted shit. In other words, the second that I figure out that it's haunted, out of this house. Get the fuck out of here. Then again, it'll keep coming back. I think if it keeps coming back, I'll get a priest, but would that make it drop the facade and actually try to kill me? That's my question. That's my fucking question. Will it drop its whole, oh, I'm a friendly ghost bullshit and try to kill me? Because if it's that, I think I might be screwed. Let's see, well, I don't remember the movie. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Like I was saying, I don't remember the movie in great details to know what it did. I just remember it being like a super pissed off demon, right? I don't know, like, on one hand, I try to get the fuck away from me ASAP. But I get the feeling that it's gonna be trying to stick to me. But what if I don't give it the option to stick to me? Because they need energy, I believe. What if you just refuse its existence? Would that mean it fuck off eventually, or would it try harder? Like, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to rank this. I'm gonna have to say 5 out of 10. I mean, I don't know how it'll play out, because I'm definitely not keeping it in my house. I'm definitely not gonna let it stay with me willingly. I'm gonna tell it to get the fuck out of my house and leave me the fuck alone. And if it keeps returning, you damn well know I'm getting a goddamn priest to bless the bitch out of this. And fuck that, it will depend on where we go from there. Because either A, it kills the priest, or B, it fucks off. I'm saying it's probably gonna be A, and then I'm gonna have to get in contact with... Was the name Warner? I think it was the Warners. Yeah, I have to get in contact with them. The demon's probably going to be pissed off at me at this point, and it's probably going to actively try to either kill me or possess me, so... I don't know. I have to say it could be 50-50, but more leaning to it's probably going to try to kill my ass. I say give me, You know what? I want to say 50-50. Fuck you. You son of a bitch. This motherfucker. 50-50. Throw me at 50-50 because I'm not entirely sure what would happen. But if anything, I feel like I have a chance to survive. So we'll just leave it at that. We have like one more. We have like time for one more. So should we keep going with a ghost? Let's do Sadako. The ring girl. So, I'm assuming it's going to be adapted so that we don't have to find a fucking VCR. Because good luck on finding a VCR now and even a VCR fucking tape to play. And even then, I don't think... Then again, that's not the whole thing. See, Horror movie bullshit means that someone's gonna play it for my ass, and I'm gonna see it anyway, so good luck getting out of this one, jackass. Am I right? I mean, I think there was an update where it was like, what? A video on YouTube, or am I thinking of something else? Fuck, I don't know. Alright, so for this scenario, let's say that the first tape is going to be something that we'll most likely see, like either a YouTube video or a DVD, or something, you know, we'll imagine it being a fucking TikTok. Okay, we have 7 days. Fucking angry bitch is going to be fucking with us within those 7 days. 7 days we have to show somebody new this tape, video, whatever, or we die. If you have an enemy, if you have someone you don't like, I think you could just pass it off to them and have yourself a nice day. Granted, there's always that moral dilemma on whether you could do that to somebody. I get you. I understand, and that's why I damn well said an enemy, someone that I want to give a shit about. But then I remembered something. I have very few to no enemies. Holy shit. And it's not like I could just give it to a random person. Like, morally wise, I would feel bad. Like, my conscience would kill me. If it wasn't for the creepy ghost girl, it'd be my own conscience killing me. So that's out of the picture too. For now, at least. I mean, you might do something you don't think you would normally do when you're desperate. So let's not say that that's completely out of the range of possibilities just yet. Just because, you know, that bit of survival in our minds make us do anything to live. So just hold on that for a moment. We would either A, need to put the spirit at rest, which I'm not going to be able to figure that shit out on my own, okay? Like, I'm not going to know what to do. I mean, I don't remember how the lady figured it out in the first one. Maybe through watching the video itself, like, over again and, like, doing some digging. Because I think it was her son that got fucking asshole. It was her son that watched it, and, you know, she had to crunch to actually figure shit out. Fuck, that's probably gonna be the scenario for my ass. It's not gonna be me. It's gonna be somebody that I love watch the tape, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to break the curse before they fucking die. So, in this case, I mean, the ghost is still gonna try to kill us. So, I'm not gonna say 50-50. I think the odds against us are pretty high. And I really don't trust my own brains in piecing shit together, so... Then again, I am fighting for somebody I love, trying to protect them. If that is the case, if it's on my own ass, I think I'm pretty fucked. But if I'm trying to protect somebody I love, I say those odds they shot up a bit. I say if it's on my own, if it's just me trying to save my own ass, 2 out of 10. I don't have that much faith in me. However, if I'm trying to protect the person I love, I want to say 50-50. I'm motivated. But I'm being more realistic. Like, I don't think I'm going to figure it out within 7 days, but I damn well know that I'm going to at least put more effort than my own safety, honestly. Which sounds kind of fucked up now that I think about it, but hey, it's who I am. I mean, yeah, that'd probably be it. I don't see myself winning in a physical fight. I mean, I don't think you could physically fight this ghost because it's a fucking ghost. So, yeah, that'd be it. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe and have a happy and safe Halloween.